Welcome back, folks. This is another episode of It's About Payroll. This is episode 200, y'all. Man, what's
Hundo.
up, Walt?
What's up, man? I'm good, bro. I'm
Man,
excited. Glad to be doing this, man. How you feeling?
well, this is bringing me over the moon, bro. It's such an amazing thing. I want to say surreal, but every time I say surreal, I don't know what the meaning is really. And I got to look it up. How are you feeling? While I look up surreal, how are you feeling, sir?
Surreal means dreamlike, bizarre, irrational experience that feels detached from reality,
Yes.
often used to express shock or disbelief.
Well, it's not disbelief because I believe it. I believe it. But yes. Yeah. I like detached from reality because it's like that. It's just like, oh, is this real?
Yeah.
Is it real? It's yes, man. How you feeling though?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad that we're recording this. By the time post on next week,
Me?
it's gonna probably even set in it even more. And it's a great start. It's a great time to be posting it because it's a great kickoff.
Yeah.
The book we just launched out,
Oh,
everything we're gonna talk about today, right?
yes.
And
Yes.
it's one other thing that I didn't have on the agenda is my boy's birthday. So if you're
Oh,
listening,
nah.
it's Brian's birthday
Yeah.
on
Thank you, bro.
Saturday, the
Thank you. I
14th.
appreciate that.
He's gonna be
Tade.
turning the big 4-0. So wish him
Sure. I'll
well.
take that. I'll take that. I'll take
Wish
that.
him well. Yeah, wish him some happy
Dude.
birthday.
Hey.
Show some love.
Yeah, man, I'll take it. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I don't even know where to start. You got any news you want to share?
No, I just wanted to just keep
Me
it,
too. Yep.
fresh and just
We
talk
got
about the
another's.
announcements we have.
Yep.
It's gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be payroll centered, but we're gonna be talking about a couple of different things. So let's get right into it. I mentioned the book launch. Speaking of that, what do you feel inspired us to want to write that book about payroll careers in your own words?
You know, that's a good one. I think that we knew we wanted to write a book, right? We had enough content to create a book, and we were like, all right, let's do this. And then if I remember correctly, we really started on a different subject. I don't even know what it is at this point, and we kind of we fell into a more, hey, this is gonna work better, and it worked better. Not only it worked better because what it aligned with our original brand motivation focus, which empowerment,
Yeah,
right? Empowering.
yeah,
That's the word. So when me and Walt first started this company, we sat with a brand. Shout out to Brian from Bigger Creative, and Brian walked us through this. We had an hour-long interview and we talked about what we wanted to do with the brand and different things and our hopes and our dreams. And like he really dug deep into individually who we were. And then a following meeting, he said, all right, guys, this is what that discovery meeting produced and what your brand is really saying. And the big word was empowerment. And we were like, yeah, no doubt. And that's something I
yeah.
feel like we do for each other. We always empower each other to do better, be better. And then not only that, we have a passion to help people and serve and support and empower people is really the word. And so that
Yeah,
once we realize like that's where the book should go. Like that was the motivation. I think the motive from what
yeah.
inspired us to write a book, just to be able to do it, to be authors, and then empowerment at the end of
Yeah.
the day. What
There,
about you?
there were so many things I think that went into it. I think we said during our conversations, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. We were like, hey, we done this podcast. We've gotten so much information. A lot of the stuff we've learned along the way from the people that we've met and interacted with, the connections that we formed. We should write those things down and put them into a book. And as we started originally writing and creating the first drafts, it came more so out like a textbook, and
Mhm.
you were like, "Man, I
Yes,
wanted to be a textbook." That, you know what I'm
exactly.
saying? And this is gonna segue perfectly into the next question, and which is ends up who we wrote the book for.
Yep.
And I think that that's what sparked um the lane that we went down, the topic of this book. And so let me go into the next question. who is this book really for? And is it someone that's brand new to payroll or someone that's already in the industry? What do you say?
This is for new grads and for anyone looking to pivot in their career right now. The book is an intro to payroll, really. An intro to payroll sounds bad. Overview of payroll, introduction to the occupation of payroll, not so much what payroll is or whatnot. How would you explain it?
I understand where you're trying to go. I would say that for me, from my viewpoint, it's for everyone, right? Because even as I read the book
Mhm.
and went over this, just it was some of it was reminders, things we already may know in the back of our mind, but it's good to hear sometimes to get reminded of things for those seasoned pros. It's more so for the people, like you said, the people who are looking to get into payroll, that entryway, like to discover that payroll is an actual like potential industry for them to get into that they can find success in. That's what it was. I think that's who the book is really for, like someone who's interested in payroll as a career. Do you
Yes,
agree with that?
agree. Yes,
Yeah.
agreed. And what you just motivated me to do real quick is I want to see if I can find an excerpt real quick from our friend Tasia, who
Yeah.
we honored she's a career veteran in payroll and honored us with writing what she thought about the book. And I'm hoping I can find it right quick. Yes. So what Tasia said, Tasia Walker, CPP, payroll manager, she said, I really enjoyed this book. It's rich with practical content, clear explanations, and real world examples that that anyone can learn from. The case studies and the day in the life sections were standouts. They made roles tangible and even sparked new ideas for me as someone already working in payroll. So to your point, it's for anyone. And then she said, I can see this becoming a cornerstone for payroll education with multiple directions for courses, workshops, certifications. Overall, the diction, syntax, and tone are strong, and the material is both inspiring and useful. This is a meaningful contribution to the profession. Man, like, damn, Tasia, I can't. I
All right.
read, and that's probably why I didn't hadn't read it in a while because the first time I read it, it did the same thing to me.
Yeah.
I had called you and we yelled and screamed and all the good things, man, and we knew that
Yeah.
to get that type of feedback from a CPP,
Yeah. Yeah, man.
right, was really it was validating, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
For Nick Day to write the forward, we'll share that in another episode. But for Nick Day to write the
Yeah.
forward, for folks to contribute. So let me ask you this: what were one of the lessons from the book that could change someone's entire payroll career?
I think you just spoke to it. And it's the fact that, yes, we're the ones who authored the book, but there were so many other contributions from other people.
Mhm.
And I think for someone who may be newer or maybe in their own silo and they may not really be connecting with anyone, like this may change their mind on wanting to really open up and allow other people, other payroll pros in their corner and to help them out and to help them flourish. Cause I think in payroll, we need each other.
Yeah,
I
no
know
doubt.
that I call you a lot of the times. You call me
Yeah,
sometimes to vent about what's going on, ask each other's questions and everything. We talk to Tasia, we talk to different people about different things. So I think for me, that was one of the biggest takeaways that I learned from in the book. What about you?
it sounds like building that network, right? Having a
Mhm.
strong network of colleagues. For me, it was the validation that it is absolutely a career. This is a career, man. You can go all the way to the top, to the executive level. And there's an argument and a conversation about whether payroll should have a C-suite spot. As someone who has always aspired to be an entrepreneur, a business owner, I am indifferent about that. conversation. If you've dreamed to be a C-suite, then you might be more adamant about it. I think it's possible. I think we can. But Pete and Julie had a recent episode that not changed my mind, but like I could see, I forget the guest's name, but they were talking about, this came up. Does payroll, should payroll have a sweet C-suite spot? And the guest really framed it in a way that was like, oh, okay, I can see how that is happening. That point is, you can make a full career, and like Max says, see the world literally with payroll. And like we talk about all the time, you could be in any industry. People are like, what industry you in? Or what industry you're looking for? As we're building this other piece of our business, I work with marketers now that are like, oh, well, what industry do you want to target? I'm like, payroll's in every industry. And they're like, oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But we can niche down. So anyway, I think so it's how valid it is and how credible it absolutely is, a fulfilling lifelong career.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna switch gears here
Yes. Let's
from
switch it up because
and
yeah.
talk about that the app, that we've been building. It's the PayQuest app.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. I guess first let's speak to what problem that we're aiming to solve when we created it.
And I remember the day we were on the phone. Walt and I we were working together at a job at the time, and and I believe it was during, not I believe it was during COVID, and because I remember exactly where I was in my house, and we were venting, struggling, complaining, whatever it is, like the exceptions of it, having to process these payments that were coming to us in disorganized ways, formatting issues, errors in it, all the kind of things. And then ultimately what happens is that we got to take accountability for it. We don't have to take full responsibility because we can argue, hey, we didn't originate this data. And that's why I preach so much of payroll does not originate data. We process pre-approved data. So,
Yep.
The app, what are we trying to solve for it? We're trying to solve for less spreadsheets, and mainly to put the accountability in the originators, that put the accountability
Yeah.
where it belongs, to the
Yep.
originator of the data, and have a system that tracks that, is audit friendly, it's reportable, it's a workflow so that you can have approvals. So from our payroll people out there, PayQuest is what we named it, and basically pay request, PayQuest.
Yeah.
And the name of our company that owns all the things we do is called Payroll Universe. So it fell brand friendly into that PayQuest. We're on a PayQuest and we're in the universe, and all these things that just kept falling together for us. So for all the payroll folks out there, it would solve that problem for you. For what do you think it solves? Because I always know we talk about different solutions when we talk about PayQuest. So it's a good contrast.
You hit the nail on the head. You said everything. You talked about the workflows. I think about it being taking a fragmented process.
Yes.
So a process that is just all over the place. Like you're getting spreadsheets, emails, texts,
Yep.
getting information from all different avenues.
Verbal
Slack,
requests. Yep.
Slack,
Oh gosh. WhatsApp,
whatever you're getting.
Flag. Oh, all the
Yeah.
things now.
Maybe on a shared drive, you're
Oh,
getting that they have files there. You're getting all these different things and trying to get those approvals and track those approvals down. So this would take that fragmented process and solidify it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And make it one streamlined thing, so you can go to one spot, submit the process there, have that workflow already in place,
Mhm.
so it goes to the necessary approvers or requesters or whatever it is, or viewers. And I think that we were just trying to, for the situation we were in at that time, we were trying to solve for that. And how can we make this better for this company? And
Yep.
we realized that after doing research that there are a few systems that offer something like that, but not in a robust way.
Yep.
And that was it. It was something that was user friendly, something that didn't necessarily need to have PII in it.
That's
and
correct.
stuff.
Yep.
And those just different things that to help simplify a process and to just, like I said, solidify those things. So That's the only thing I would say. You touched on everything
No, you
else.
got no, you got it. I said we always talk about it a little different, so I like to hear it.
Yeah. So what do you say makes PayQuest different from other available tools or apps that are out there right now? What do you think separates us?
And I challenge this is something I really challenge listeners to help us with or to contribute to. I don't think there are many payroll tools and HR apps out there that complement payroll. The only one, okay, two that and correct me if I'm missing anything is Link, Christina and Lisa, I believe,
Sure.
and they created an app that is a payroll checklist, robust tool that you can use to stay organized. That's another tool, very different, right? Could actually probably be used in tandem. The other tool that I'm aware of for payroll is our folks at Celery, and like the vegetable, because they wanted to get close to the word salary. And that is an audit tool where it helps you find some discrepancies in your payroll that in your batches and that you may not easily find. So
Yeah.
those are you aware? Can you think of anything else? Because I can't.
No, not really. Outside of what you said, no, not really. I,
Right.
I don't think so.
You know,
Anything that was like specifically for a payroll,
payroll.
that's no,
Yeah.
no,
No,
not like that.
nothing.
No.
And maybe there's stuff, folks. Please, we'd love to learn about and discover these things. If there are more, please let us know because that is an exciting new category that is developing and will continue to evolve. And since day one, we've been really excited to be a part of that. And we're a tech company. We don't write code, but we're a tech company. You know, what's up?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm excited for this next one.
Oh, yes, sir. So I know
I'm
I'm
excited.
asking these questions.
So go ahead.
The next one is so I always talk about how Walt and I contrast, and Walt is a creative, not Walt is a very much more creative artist than I am. And along the way, he developed this, what it will be, and is our mascot, Payla the Panda. And I always joke around like Payla actually gets and has had the most engagement and posts and things and virality on our LinkedIn than any other single post that we've ever done. And we always talk and laugh and like, why? It's not, there's no mistake why, is because it's lighthearted. It's a break from the strict, hard payroll rules and world. And we get to laugh and break free from it. And then Walt took it a step further and created a game, and it has a game in creation, a digital game and that is Payla's the character, and we got some other characters in there. Our buddy Preston, right, is in
Yeah.
there too. More to come with that, but please, what inspired you to create a game for payroll?
You know what? I think that it's something that I've always took from something that you said. You said that when you were researching something, you said that gamification is going to be the next big thing, or it's going to be big in training, teaching, all those different things. We've already seen it with Payo, as far as like pay train, but I wanted something a little bit more like different and adventure type of game. Like I could see this being my vision of it is being similar to something like Mario World or
Mhm.
Sonic and that scrolling type of adventure game that's fun to play, but also teaching you about payroll, teaching you about pay. So I want it to be for not just payroll pros to play to pay it, but it goes back to what you said about empowering, right? Empowering somebody as they're playing. Oh, I didn't know that. And if somebody playing it could be like, okay, you know what? I just got my first job. Imagine a kid playing it or a teenage person playing it, and they go through and they answer some of the questions. They're like, you know what? Let me go look at my pay stub and see if it explains it this way or this
Mhm.
asking this question or what am I do I have taxes coming out on my check? Just to get them to look at their stub because we
Yep.
in our own research
Yeah.
we found that lots of people don't even look at their stub like
Nope.
and so that's what inspired the game. Payla, I shared a couple of videos with a few people, so they seen it.
Did they give you any
You know,
feedback?
Yeah,
Okay.
waiting on the feedback. And the only person who's giving me feedback is you so far.
Okay.
But I can deploy the game, just not ready to.
No, yeah, we
But
just, yeah,
but I think it's cool. Payla has her little superpowers, and there's
it's
questions
freaking
and
awesome,
quizzes.
man.
Yeah, and so just something that's gonna be fun. And I think you like you said it, take people away from that hard, like, daily grind that we
Yeah, the strictness
do.
and the seriousness of it all,
But
and
that's
it's a
what's
learning
inspiring.
tool, right?
Yeah, man.
That's what's
Yeah.
inspired. Yes, man. Why I get so excited is again because again, empowerment, like you said, it's teaching, it's helping
Yeah.
people, yeah, helping people learn. Because not only, and every time we talk about it, there's an evolution of it, right? Just now, you just said it can not only teach people about their paycheck,
Mhm.
but the first one we were talking about was teaching payroll pros about payroll and the
Yeah.
compliance. We could put compliance stuff in there. We can put, honestly, it's just sky's the limit as like how we can set it up to play, gamify the learning process of payroll because it's tough. It's hard to learn this stuff and it gets tedious. And so, anywho, I'm so excited about that. It's you'll have to probably pull that trigger on how you want to deploy it and whatnot because we can't get caught up in the holding it too long. We got to
Yeah.
get it out there and let people play, get some feedback.
Yeah, see what they say, man, and
Yo,
go from there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
And,
excited.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, and so I'm gonna segue into something I think both of us are excited about,
Oh
but
my
I think
goodness.
that you're super excited about, so I'm gonna go back to the questions here. We're talking about our training that we're rolling out for the CPT, Certified Payroll Technician.
Yes.
So, why was this created? Why did we create this?
So we created it really because it's a gap, right? Something that we've done with our business is fill the gaps. It's just being business savvy with it. And it's something we did with the payroll podcast and just followed suit from there. When we started the podcast, there was only Nick Day ahead of us. Right. And once we realized that, we were like, oh, whoa, we're pioneers in this payroll game, this content creation, this learning and teaching and type of thing. And then we discovered Anita Latique, who had a book out, the first payroll book that wasn't a textbook.
Yeah.
And then authors followed, and three of them being from the Netherlands, and then another one from the UK. Shout out to Haley Peterson that we just had on recently. And that was another motivation to write the book was, wait a minute, we need a US author up in the mix. But anywho, teaching and how that all evolved, and then somewhere I don't even know where original, where it started, but we were like, wait a minute, how do you learn payroll in a system without getting a payroll job? It's only on the job training. Now think about it. You could go to school and learn about Microsoft. I even took in accounting, I took classes that I'm dating myself because I don't even know if Peachtree still exists or not. When I took accounting, I learned accounting on Peachtree. So you're learning on systems, right? But how do you
Yeah.
do that with payroll? Let's not even get into the fact that there is no payroll degrees across the nation in every college or in a lot of colleges, right? We got some pay training opportunities somewhere in random colleges obscurely spread out across
Yeah.
the nation. Of course, PayO offers a certification program. We offer a certification program as well through Career Learning, our learning partners, as we build that content up and develop payroll training.
Yeah.
And that's where excellence aligned. It was like, wait a minute, how do we teach payroll on a payroll system? And it took some time to find a partner bold enough and that could match our vision of this. And we finally did it. It was iSolved.
Yep.
And of course, with our learning partners, Career Learning, and shout out to Blake and Carol at Career Learning for also believing in us and
Yeah.
believing in the vision. And iSolved and Carolyn and Barry, like all these VPs and folks over there who believed in this with us and have afforded us the opportunity to teach payroll processing inside of a payroll system. And it will be iSolved. And this is coming this summer. We're gonna, you know what? Yes, the wall is silently clapping and screaming. And for those of us just listening, like there, to my knowledge, there is nothing that exists in this right now. Yes, I think you could go take some workday stuff and you can take some stuff here and there. But guess what I'm seeing? Of course, more recently, I am seeing some more folks offering payroll training opportunities. So it's falling right in line with that. And that's why it's called the Certified Payroll Technician, because it's the technical aspect. Okay. This is going to be a 6-week course. And the first week will be basic payroll knowledge, because you need to understand what hourly versus salary means and some fundamentals in there. And then we'll take you through the system. This is a very introductory course. You're not going to become an expert in the 6 weeks, but it will give you enough tools to speak intelligently in some payroll interviews. And especially if you're going into the iSolve system, right? Now, some folks might say, it's only iSolved. Yeah, it is. But if you've been doing payroll as long as Walt and I have, and have touched as many systems as we have, that you can go into any system and quickly get up to speed, because they all do the same things. It's different clicks and different steps. And the hardest thing is they name it differently. They'll be like, wait, why did you name it that? Whatever. But it all does the same thing. Let me throw one at you, Walt. How does the CPC help someone break into payroll faster than the traditional route?
Well, I think you just said it, right? I think you just said it, because most of us, when we got into payroll, well, I'll say this: when I came out of the military and got back to the civilian world, I was just thrown to the wolves.
Yeah,
like, that's how I had to learn. Was like,
because you had experience already, really.
Crucible by fire, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's how you learned about the payroll job. I think this way, this will teach you. It'll be a dedicated system, and something that you always say is that if you can process payroll in one system, you'll have a leg up when going to another system and be like, okay, yeah, it'll be quick, because you'll be up there. Most payroll pros are fast learners, and they just adapt really quick. So I think this will put somebody ahead of the game, because they be getting all of the necessary knowledge, all of the necessary training that they need, that's targeted to speak to what those things. Will cut out all the white noise and stuff like that, and say, hey, no, this is how you process payroll. This is what you need to do from this point, that point, up, imports, exports, counts, all these different manual checks, all those different things that go into it, right? And that would be something that can be targeted and focused. Not saying that any other trainings aren't, but I think that's how this will help them break into that role quicker than just learning trial by fire. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna make mistakes along the way. This will help you not only break into it, but help you prevent some of those early on mistakes that we make sometimes.
Yes, exactly right. Yeah, so we're really excited, man. It's a groundbreaking for us, first of its kind, best of its class type of thing. And some of the jobs that people could expect after this is really just entry level payroll jobs, right? If you've never done payroll and you want to break into payroll, and it's a great compliment, because you read the book and you get excited about, oh man, this is a career I think I want to take. Guess what's at the end of the book? The information about taking this course, the training, and you can get, it'll give, go ahead.
No, and I'd like to say one thing. I don't think we mentioned this earlier, but another thing that we wanted to put it out there for is to have those new entries into payroll, was because a lot of us are aging out.
Oh, yes. Duh.
Right?
That was that's why.
That's another reason why we wanted to do it, because
I forgot. Yeah.
a lot of us are going to be retired in
Yes.
10, 15, 20 years. And once that comes, right now, there's not a lot of people coming into.
No, they don't even know, because they don't know. They don't know. And thanks for reminding that. That's a huge part of what we did. A whole season, a couple years, right? Couple seasons back, that we did the whole season dedicated to introducing people to payroll and teaching and hey, what payroll is and why and blah, blah, blah. So that was another impetus of it, is getting into payroll. Anywho, that was the book. This is why it's so exciting to do this and get into this training. And man, more to come. The next few episodes, folks,
Yeah.
we're just gonna dig into these topics because there's so
Yeah.
much around it all. So this is like a mini series within our season of the Payroll Universe, really, and an introduction to it. Perfectly closing it out here. What's up?
But before you do, you mentioned Peachtree. Peachtree is still around, but now
Okay.
they've been rebranded as Sage.
Oh, no way.
Yes, sir.
Holy cow. I didn't know. I know about Sage. Yeah, I've heard about. Oh, wow. That's so cool. Cool. I didn't know. I didn't know that. Good.
Yeah,
Thank you
there
for
you go.
that nugget.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
See, I dated myself though with Peachtree. But hey, shoot. I'm gonna go with 40, like Walt said.
Yeah.
So let me throw this on you, right?
Yeah.
So Payroll Universe, our company, is becoming much more than just a company. What's the
Mhm.
bigger vision?
I think we want to further the influence, right? I think for me, that's what it is. It's like we want to be impactors. We want to be disruptors. That's something that we've always said. We want
Yep.
to
Disrupt.
change
Yes.
the landscape of payroll
Yep.
positively, right?
Yes.
And we want to make sure that people know about payroll, that people's payroll voices are being heard
Mm.
and everything. So I think the bigger thing is, cementing that, building Payroll Universe up to where it's a long lasting thing for future generations to learn from, to really just put payroll's already on the map, but just to just cement it from an education standpoint to that it will eventually become its own degree program,
Yes.
at colleges and stuff. So that's the bigger vision for me. What about you?
No, I think you hit it, man. Just that's it. Yeah, I agree totally. It's giving. Well, is it giving payroll its flowers,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
all that we do, everything we've done, is to give payroll its flowers
Yes, sir.
because it's changed. Like our boy Adrian Resto says, payroll is life,
Yep.
and it absolutely is, and it is. Yeah, just to give it its flowers, man. Everything we do is around that.
Yes, sir. If someone wanted to start a career in payroll, what is your vision of how Payroll Universe can help them do that?
Education, inspiration, network, building that foundation you need in a really quick time to get into it. You read the book and you reach
Yeah.
out and you like, get excited, man, we can easily plug y'all into a world of professionals that are willing to help, a world of resources that you can take advantage of. And yeah, yeah. What do you think?
No, agreed, man. Mic drop on that.
We drop no doubt. So, phew,
Sir.
but look, more to come, folks. We're so excited. We missed so much. There's things like we talk about
Yeah.
net wage. We got to talk about net wage. We got to talk about. Oh, we're actually gonna talk about something here about it. But yeah, there's way more to come.
Yeah, man.
The next few episodes, we're just gonna take a little bit more time in each of these things and talk it out a little bit more. We're excited, yo. Welcome to Payroll Universe, y'all.
Yeah, welcome to it. Welcome. All right, we're gonna have a little fun before we close this out. And we're gonna have 4 questions. We're both gonna submit an answer. It's not this or that, but it's just like a fun closing segment regarding the podcast or just payroll in general. Brian,
No
what
doubt.
was your favorite payroll moment from the podcast?
Jody Parsons, man. When we asked Jody,
Yeah.
I forget what we even asked her, and it was like she said, "Don't tell me how you fell into payroll. Tell me why you stayed. Tell me why you loved it."
Yeah.
And it's still one of my greatest, my favorite clips because it's visceral. She just you can feel it when she and I'm gonna have to drop the clip again because it's that right there was my favorite moment in this journey so far. Shout out to Jody.
Yeah, there's so many
What
moments,
about you?
man. It's hard to just choose one for me, just because there's so many. But I think I was fascinated by Michael when he talked to us about trucking payroll.
Oh,
And yeah, and just learning the ins and out and what goes into it. There's just so many different things. It was like
yes,
my brain was just like, oh my God. It was
yes.
good to hear because I've never really dealt with,
Me neither.
trucking payroll in my career at all. So it was fascinating to get like insight into that
Hmm.
and just learn about it and say, oh man, like, this is so freaking cool. And the thing that he's doing with his business. So
No
with
doubt.
trucking payroll. All right. So what about a guess who blew your mind?
So, like you said, there's so many, and there's more. And I bet if I went, shout out to every guest we've ever had, man. Thank you for y'all are all, and we've had the best in the world on this show. Okay,
Yeah.
there's one in mind that I think of that he owes us an appearance, the goat. But this stood out because it's more recent and it's
Yeah.
more, it was like, whoa, what? His name is Trent Sorbet. Sorby? So I think it's Sorby because I believe I said sorbet the first time and he corrected me. And it was Coda Pay. And he talked about real time payroll. And
Yeah.
I believe we titled that episode The Death of the Payroll Window.
Yep.
And that to me blew my mind because that's going to happen. And they're at the forefront of that and pioneering real time payroll. And what I mean by real time payroll is exactly that. You can push a batch right now and it'll post to everybody's account within an hour in real time. Right. And I say within an hour because, hey, there's it probably instant in real time. And now there are a lot of things that have to fall into place until that happens. But that blew my mind. What about you?
I think for me, I would say, yeah, there's so many fascinating guests that have said something or dropped nuggets or payroll bomb, but that kind of just blew my mind and everything. I think for me, one of the things that stand out is the episode with the ladies that I forget the name of the company. Forgive me. You know
Oh,
the
the giver?
the two the giver. Yes,
Oh
you
no,
know.
hold on. Giver. The Giver is a book or and a movie.
Yes, giver,
Giver.
giver.
Giver, payroll, giver. Yeah, with two V.
Yeah, and so I think for me, that was one that stood out and resonated with me deeply because they're also building something to disrupt in payroll and to simplify it or to make things that are complex simplify it for those that they serve, right? So that was one of the many things that stood out to me, but I think that resonated with me a lot because we were also in the midst of doing that for ourselves, right?
Giver with two Cynthia.
Cynthia, there you
Elena
go.
and Cynthia, the co-founders of Giver with two
Yes.
B's, giver.io. And I remember in the show, as I said, that was a good one as well, because I was like, what gave y'all the audacity to build your own payroll system from scratch? What? Who
Yeah.
said it?
Yeah.
But when you're smart and you can do that stuff, man, God bless you. Cause I've
Yeah.
always been terrified of trying to, even some Walt has been saying that from day one. Are we going to build our own payroll system? And I'm like, I don't know. And I still don't think so. If we get there and if we buy one, I don't know. But yeah. So anywho, okay, Giver. What was the weirdest payroll question someone has ever asked you?
So the weirdest and was someone asking me to because I'm in payroll to like basically start a payroll wage theft scheme
Oh my
for young
God.
guys. So that was the weirdest thing. I'll say that was weird because I'm just like, I can't believe you just literally asked me that, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was weird to me. Yep.
No doubt. Mine is I had weird, yeah, never got anything. I didn't get much stuff. You can't, I don't know if you can ask weird things with payroll, but this is the weirdest.
Yeah.
Somebody was upset about their check being a few pennies off in January.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh? I'm telling you, I'll never forget it. Pennies, bro. And I had to do an audit of their check and find out why it was pennies off. And it was, you already know the answer as a payroll person. It was a tax jurisdiction that changed their rate. And
Yeah, man.
that was it. It was a blend of things, that and their pre-tax deduction or whatever. I was like, what? And
Yeah.
they wanted to know.
Pen- The penny off thing is always funny to me. Like
You know,
I remember, I think it was at one of the same places we were both at before, when someone reached out and they were like, they had just gotten an increase or merit increase, and their annual salary was off by a penny or two, and they were just like, they were like, I was supposed to get 80K. It says
nine nine nine
$79,999.98.
nine nine. Yo,
Yeah, yeah. You
and
know what I'm saying? I want all my money.
and you know what's funny? Ever since that moment, I've always made sure that it rounds up, even if it goes over a penny. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because of that moment exactly. Wow. So last one, bro. One prediction for the future of payroll in the next 10 years. What do you think?
I already know what yours is gonna be. Mine, I think that there will be, I know Meta is working on, I think, virtual spaces for people to
Oh
work
yeah.
in.
Okay. Yep.
And so I think it's gonna be like that with AI and payroll. You'll put on your
Oh
freaking
snap.
Meta goggles and you'll be in the payroll mainframe and you'll be
Oh
able to
snap.
look over there, and like
Oh
literally
wow.
looking like a cool pilot.
Oh
Just like,
wow.
yep, yep,
I
do
didn't even
that.
think of
And
that.
yeah,
No doubt.
I think we're gonna see some futuristic, pretty cool stuff
Oh wow.
in the next 10
Imagine.
years, bro.
Oh my goodness. Now you got me going. We have to come back to that. Yeah, mine. I just AI rules, bro. AI is gonna
Yeah,
rule and take us into that what you just said, right? We could put this on, and we'll be standing in the system instead of some Neo in a
yeah,
Matrix type of
the
deal,
Matrix,
and
yeah.
then touching and oh wait, run this report and move that and not. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Yeah, it's just gonna be a more AI. And look, to our knowledge, AI has not actually done anything for payroll yet. So would be for HCM systems as a whole, sure, it has some impact, but for payroll, nah, not yet. We haven't seen it. So if y'all know about it,
Yeah.
I'd like to see it. Man,
Yes, sir.
yeah, bro. Let's
There.
until the next time, man. We love you. Please subscribe, stay tuned, tell a friend and tell a friend, share, follow. We're mainly on LinkedIn. It's about payroll. And
Check out
folks,
the website. Go to it's
check out
about
the web. It's
payroll
about, yes, that
IO.
oh yes. Oh my
Buy
goodness.
the book.
Oh my goodness. Buy the book. Look, we're gonna have Melissa Walker on PSN. She's gonna do a free webinar on in the week that this show drops. The show's gonna drop on Monday. She does it on Thursday. So but you gotta be a PSN member. So you gotta go join the network on PSN on LinkedIn. And we have Melissa Walker on. She's gonna talk about benefits. She's disrupting her and her company, Sounder, disrupting the benefit game and so many things. Do that. It's about payroll.io. That's what made me think about it because it's listed on the event page. We got the book there. We got Payla clips on there. We got merchandise with Payla on it, and so many things. We even talk about the merch. And I'll leave y'all with this. Welcome to Payroll Universe. We love you. Peace.
All right, let me stop. All right, my